Station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Not backing down, DC's mayor pushes back against loud calls to reject her controversial pick to run the embattled 911 call center. We have new developments in a live report.
And a trespasser nearly dies after being severely shocked on top of an Amtrak train at Union Station. We are live with why it took so long for rescuers to reach him.
And we are stretching your dollar tonight with critical information about online holiday shopping, how to protect your personal data from being collected on apps and websites. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock on this Friday night. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmin Mahfouz. And it's Friday night. We all know weekend's going to start. We want to know what's going to be like for the holiday shopping.
That's right. DC News Now Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb here. And Janessa, I know Sunday you've been saying is your pick day.
Yeah, it's my pick day and still going to go with that. For the weekend, we have high pressure that will rebuild Sunday morning, and it actually will be a fantastic day. We have to get through Saturday, though. We have an area of low pressure. Our next cold front, that's going to slice across the area fairly quickly. And you can already start to see a little bit of moisture just west of 81 at this point into the Alleghenies, Kaiser, and Cumberland. And the clouds will continue to filter in throughout the evening. So our current temps, yes, it's still very chilly out there, but we're starting to transition into some warmer air, and a southerly flow kicks back up really for your Saturday. Mostly cloudy at this point, 47 degrees. The winds, they really are the talker out of the south-southeast. They have calmed down for today, and I'm still expecting a wind advisory possibly to go in effect later on tonight, because we're going to be watching this next cold front as it makes its way through. So wind chills really not a huge concern, but still very chilly out there. Good evening, Quantico to Manassas, Loudoun, Fairfax County in the upper 30s. The district for your evening commute, and for the next few hours, we're going to hover in the lower 40s. Hey, this is the game changer. That's all the wind advisories that continue to expand into the Midwest to the Great Lakes. All that moisture is about to head our way. What is the timing and how much rain are we looking at? I have that forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa, thanks. And developing right now, DC's 911 call center crisis.
Yeah, Mayor Muriel Bowser doubling down today on her controversial pick to run the center. Our political and government reporter Leonard Fleming is covering the new developments on this story.
Leonard, both the mayor and police chief are defending the very controversial pick for this job. And now there's a fight brewing over whether she gets to keep it.
That's exactly right. Simply put, it does not appear Mayor Bowser has the votes to keep Karima Holmes in charge. And if it goes to a vote, some council members said it's all but guaranteed to fail. And that doesn't sit well with the mayor.
We have outstanding leadership at OUC, and we in our administration are very troubled that the council has not given my nominee a hearing. And that the council has indicated to reporters that they will try to block her nomination.
Mayor Muriel Bowser said she's ready to push for Karima Holmes to be reappointed to run the Unified Communications Center. It's an office that handles all emergency phone calls. She lost the job in 2021 after myriad problems were identified at the call center, and some that resulted in paramedics going to the wrong places and failures in leadership that led to death. Still, Bowser brought her back to the post last spring.
When there's something that I think that I need from the council, I'll do what it takes to make that clear to them.
Holmes pressed her case too.
I have answered every question. I have every piece of document. I have investigated every call. We are very transparent. I have the backing of the industry. I have the backing of our public safety partners who I've worked with for about 7 years now, and our mayor. I'm here to help. Council
Chairman Phil Mendelson says it's a doomed nomination.
I am concerned about the leadership. There have been a lot of allegations that the agency's not been managed well under her. There was an auditor's report that was very critical.
Councilwoman Alyssa Silverman said the votes aren't there.
I've said for months that we should disapprove her. One of the most essential services that we provide is 911 response. And there have been really troubling cases in which lives have been lost.
The moment of truth for the mayor and council will happen on Tuesday for an up or down vote on Holmes. Bowser will have the weekend to twist arms to see if she can save the nomination. In the studio, Leonard and Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
Leonard, thanks. Should be interesting. And developing right now at 6, we're awaiting an update on the condition of a man who severely shocked himself at Union Station.
Yeah, he got on top of a train that's operated by the Maryland Transit Administration. And that's where we find our Dave Laval, who followed this story for much of the day.
And Dave, still a whole lot of questions on how the man even got on top of that train.
Tasmin, Chris, all we know at this point is it involves an adult male. And according to DC Fire and EMS, taken to the hospital with what are considered critical, life-threatening injuries.
I am shocked.
David Walton's reaction to word a man got badly shocked on top of a train at Union Station.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a very unfortunate situation. However, I don't know why this person got on the train.
DC Fire and EMS said the man got on top of the train Friday morning, a train run by MARC, the Maryland Transit Administration, and operated in part by Amtrak. An Amtrak spokesperson said the man Amtrak identified as a trespasser was shocked when he touched an overhead wire. It took firefighters more than half an hour to rescue the man because they had to wait until the power was cut off. Amtrak also owns the track at Union Station where this happened and says in an email statement, quote, customers may experience delays. Amtrak is working with local law enforcement to investigate the incident, end quote. And that includes how the person got on top of the train. There were some delays earlier today, but at last check just a few moments ago, trains appeared to be rolling as scheduled. Meanwhile, we're still waiting to hear back from MARC regarding a comment as to what happened here earlier this morning. Live at Union Station, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
And breaking now, the verdict is in for an FBI agent charged with shooting a man on a metro train back in 2020. A jury found Eduardo Valdivia not guilty of attempted murder. The confrontation unfolded on a train in Bethesda, Maryland. Prosecutors say a panhandler asked him for money, and while Valdivia said no, the man mumbled curse words and walked away. A minute later, Valdivia shot him twice.
And developing right now, Greenbelt police are looking for the gunman who shot a 19-year-old man near the Beltway Plaza Mall in Prince George's County. We're told the victim has non-life-threatening injuries. Police say this appears to be an isolated incident, and the gunman took off in a white four-door sedan.
And hospitals in Washington, D.C. are calling for residents to get their flu shots and stay up to date on COVID boosters as they are faced with high volumes of cases of COVID, the flu, and RSV. So in a statement to DC News Now, the District of Columbia Hospital Association says they're doing what they can to give all of their patients top care despite the influx. And they're encouraging people to wear masks in large gatherings and testing before and after. And a new warning tonight, Prince George's County Police are talking about these fentanyl-laced pills that you see on your screen. They say they are popping up in the community. The pills are being marketed as prescription painkillers. They're being tied to several overdoses, including 2 confirmed deaths.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and Georgia's highly anticipated U.S. Senate runoff election now just days away. Both candidates getting a big boost from high-profile members of their own party. Former President Barack Obama attended a rally for incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock. Senator Lindsey Graham supporting Republican Herschel Walker during his rallies.
When again and again you serve up bald-faced lies, just make stuff up, that says something about the kind of person you are.
If it's 50-50, we have the same number on the committee. We share the same amount of money. If it's 51-49, they're in charge of everything.
Georgia's Secretary of State says this runoff race has already broken the state's early voting records. The election is Tuesday. Well, November marked another month of robust job growth in the U.S. And according to the latest job reports, an additional 263,000 jobs added to the economy, only down slightly from October.
Yeah, our Washington correspondent Raquel Martin joins us now with the positive news for Americans.
Well, the White House certainly believes that a growing economy is always positive news, but top economists warn that this type of continued job growth is actually bad news in the larger battle to try and tame inflation. The U.S. job market is proving to be resilient. In November, it grew by another 263,000 jobs.
We've now created 10.5 million jobs since I took office.
Friday, after signing a bill to avert a potentially disastrous nationwide railway strike, President Biden said the country is moving in the right direction ahead of the holidays.
The Americans are working, the economy is growing, wages are rising faster than inflation, and we've avoided a catastrophic rail strike.
But Republicans like Iowa Senator Joni Ernst argue a strong job market does little for Americans facing sky-high prices.
We haven't seen a decrease in inflation. This is tough times for Americans.
The Republican National Committee isn't celebrating either, saying the report shows wages are still lagging behind inflation. But earlier this week, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said that's only true for higher earners.
That's actually not true at the bottom end, where wage increases are higher than inflation, and that's a good thing.
Federal data shows last month wages on average were up 5.1% from last year. Chairman Powell is promising to keep raising interest rates until that rate slows down.
And of course, we want wages to go up. We want wages to go up strongly, but they've got to go up at a level that is consistent with 2% inflation over time.
With that being said, consumers should expect the price to borrow to continue to go up, but Chairman Powell has signaled the next interest rate hike will not be as aggressive as in recent months. For now in Washington, Raquel Martin, back to you.
And Montgomery County Police arrested 71-year-old Arthur Kelly today. Kelly has been linked by police to several pickpocket thefts between April and September of this year. Police say he waited for elderly victims to become distracted in grocery stores and then would steal their wallets. He would use their credit cards to buy items. Arthur Kelly faces theft and credit card larceny charges, and there is a possibility of more victims. So anyone out there, if you have any information, call police. And an update to a story we first told you right here on DC News Now this morning. Montgomery County Police were called to the Summit Hill Apartments in Silver Spring for a shooting that they're now calling a homicide. All we know is that the victim was a man. It happened just after 3 o'clock this morning. Police now still searching for a suspect.
And all new at 6, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is speaking out for the first time after charges were dropped against former D.C. Deputy Mayor Chris Gildart. He faced a criminal assault and battery charge after being accused of grabbing a man by the throat in an altercation caught on video outside of a gym. Here's what the mayor had to say.
I think that's good news for Chris and his family.
Well, Gildart resigned from his position in October after he was charged, as well as questions about if he lived outside the district.
And coming up on DC News Now at 6, staying safe while holiday shopping. The new program DC Police launched to prevent robberies.
And the same-sex marriage bill that will protect same-sex and interracial marriages passes in the U.S. Senate. So what is next now for the landmark piece of legislation? You're watching DC News Now at 6.